Hi, hello, welcome to the Nintendo Musicians. I'm Zach, and I'm one of the moderators here on the Nintendo Musicians. We're a bunch of musicians that also like video games. We're primarily based on Discord, but we also have a presence on YouTube and MuseScore. Today is our first birthday, so I'm here to present you with a timeline highlighting the events of the past year. Pretty straightforward what happened that day. CK Scores created the server. The first members to join were Refman, Mizumarurin, I probably messed that up, and myself. 3 days later, the first non-founding members joins the server, Clever Supreme and Devil Eva 13, neither of which are on the server anymore. And on the 24th, the first bots were added to the server, Me6, Reaction Rolls, and World Time. About a month later, on the 25th, the first tournament was announced. It was to be racing on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in mirror mode with frantic items, and to take place on the 30th. Yeah, that got cancelled. On the 1st of June, João Migros joins the server, who would later prove astronomical in the development and growth in popularity of the server. On the 5th, what's now considered to be the first actual gaming challenge was announced. It's again Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but this time it's a series of shroomless time trials without using any mushrooms during the race, on 4 tracks CK had pre-selected, on 150cc, 200cc, or both if you wanted. This would take place over the course of a week, meaning you could pretty much do it whenever you were available, as opposed to the failed format trialled a few weeks before, where there was a set time you had to attend. The 11th is, I think, when the server name was changed from Nintendo MuseScorers to Nintendo Musicians, a change designed to reflect the fact that we're all about music, not just MuseScore. If you email us for some reason, you'll see that the email address actually still says Nintendo MuseScorers. The Google account it's linked to has a different name, but the address itself has remained. The gaming challenge was extended until the 3rd of July, and on the 5th we got the final results. The winner of the first ever Nintendo Musicians Gaming Challenge was Wii Music the Best, scoring 19 points. CK said that this is simply because he participated in the most races. I came second with 10 points, and finally Oh Hi There came third with 6 points. On the 13th, we got our first message from the Nintendo Musician bot. That's cool, I guess. Now the 20th was an important day. CK, Mizu, Refman, and Wii Music the Best all got promoted to administrators on the server, opening up 4 new positions for moderators, which were promptly awarded to myself, João Migros, German Dude 05, and Yandema 211th on the 28th. On August 2nd, we did some cleaning and condensed our video game text channels down. If you didn't know, we previously had a separate text channel for each game. Not only did this discourage discussion about other games, but it also meant that there were heaps of unused text channels. I mean, who actively discusses Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics anyway? Sure, most of them were hidden from the end user since you needed that game's associated role to be able to access its appropriate text channel, but this was all just deemed unnecessary, so we condensed it down to 2 text channels to chat about games in, later expanded to 4, sorta, for different purposes. On the 5th, an art challenge was announced. You had to design a banner and an invite background for the server. I don't know what happened regarding this, because they ended up both being CK's new server icon that he introduced a few days later on the 8th. If you remember this old one, props to you. Anyway, this is the new one that was introduced, that you probably know. But take this date with a grain of salt, because it's sort of vague. I couldn't find any solid, hard evidence it was exactly this date. On a slightly related topic, I found this while researching for the video. Cursed, isn't it? It was actually a server icon CK proposed back in June. Can you just take a moment to think about what our lives would have been like if this was our server icon? On August 10th, we expanded the content creator role to have individual roles for each platform you create content on. We previously only had one. Now here's a cool fact. On August 19th, João boosted the server very generously. Like, server boosting costs actual real-life money. This allowed us to have an animated server icon, animated custom emoji, rather than just regular old custom emoji. And probably some other cool things I'm forgetting to mention. On the 27th, we launched our YouTube channel, and on the 30th, we launched our Instagram page. Sorta. The 2nd of September is the earliest known use of the Moo emoji. Many of you probably remember it. It was one of those things you either loved or hated. It persisted as a joke on the server for many months, and you can even find some users that still have it incorporated in their nickname on the server. Over 7 months later. On the 5th, Mew Score of the Week was launched. It's a weekly competition where you can submit a score and then people vote on which one they like best, and the winning score gets put into a YouTube video. Sounds great, right? Do you understand the name? You know, because it's the Mew Score. On the 9th, the sequel to Shroomless Time Trials was announced. A Minecraft building challenge. Pretty much just build a Nintendo-related whatever and send some screenshots of it. Also on the 9th, we reached 100 members on the server. Come the 13th, the first Mew Score of the Week has just wrapped up with a tie between CK Scores and Uxie02. Who's gonna win? On the 22nd, the Super Mario Galaxy 3 unofficial soundtrack project was announced. That's a bit of a mouthful, so it's shortened to SMG3UST, or SMG3UST if you're weird. Basically, the objective is to make a soundtrack for a hypothetical Super Mario Galaxy 3. A few days later, the first scores were submitted. Xiao Migros with File Select, Yoshi Exploshi Galaxy, and Frozen Frontier Galaxy. And Oh Hi There with Space Base Galaxy. Remember Moo? Well, on the 30th, it was the start of the fork, which was a misclick when selecting an emoji to react to a message with, allegedly. And then it started popping up everywhere, and it spiraled out of that, leading to emoji like Hole has fork and Mario has fork. To kick off October, the second gaming challenge was extended until the 15th, and the very next day, a third gaming challenge was announced. A Ninja speedrun in Super Mario Maker 2. What's a Ninja speedrun? I have no idea. But CK specifically created a level for it, the Pyramid of P-Switch. An ending date for submissions wasn't announced, probably because it just get extended like the last two gaming challenges. On the 6th, Question of the Day is launched. Here at Nintendo Musicians, we only use the most original Discord server ideas. On the 13th, a music trivia contest was held in a voice channel. CK played some pre-prepared snippets of songs, and we had to guess what they were. All Super Mario, of course. The winner was Yandema 211 with 30 correct answers, followed by Mizu with 21, and myself with 19. On the 19th, German cancelled the second gaming challenge because apparently there wasn't enough submissions, resulting in a de facto tie between myself and Oh Hi There. At least the submissions were shared to the regular artwork text channel, but if you go back through that and find the submissions, you'll clearly see that out of the two submissions I deserved third place. On the 23rd, the politics text channel was launched, because apparently political discussions don't go in funny stuff? Who would have thought? A few days later, on the 26th, the server reached 150 members, which German proceeded to then yell in most of the text channels. About a month later, on the 24th, the third gaming challenge concluded, with Refman in first place, clearing the Pyramid of P-Switch in approximately 39 seconds, and Comedian coming in second, with approximately 50 seconds. On the 2nd of December, a Hunger Games event was announced, using a Hunger Games simulation website and the top 24 members on the server's Mi6 leaderboard. It then started on the 3rd. On the 8th, the server's most ambitious event yet was commenced. The Team Mario vs Team Luigi event. Basically, you had to pick a team and beat up Iggy. By talking, you would get XP. By getting XP, you would level up. By leveling up, you would get coins, and then buying weapons with those coins annihilates Iggy. It's pretty impressive that this was all done through the Nintendo Musicians bot, which only a few months before was pretty useless. On the 9th, our MuseScore group officially launched. Sorta. Also on the 9th, the Hunger Games event concluded, with German in first place with 3 kills, Cradu Gamer in second with 3 kills who died on the 7th day, and Mr. Music Man who died on the 6th night with 3 kills. On the 10th, the first sub-event for the Team Mario vs Team Luigi event was announced. A racing showdown in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Basically, the goal was to beat Iggy across a course of 8 races. The winner would get Legendary Boots and Legendary Hammer, which were pretty much the strongest weapons you could get. And this was to happen on the 11th. Just kidding, it got delayed to the 12th. And then when it did happen on the 12th, Iggy won. Well, Zhao tells me that she actually won by default since not enough people came to race against Iggy, but CK says that Iggy technically won, so I got no idea. On the 18th, the movie nights were announced. That's all we know so far. On the 30th, the Team Mario vs Team Luigi event concluded, with Team Mario coming second on 697 points, falling 274 behind Team Luigi, who had 971 points. To kick off the new year, the Nintendo Musicians Band was announced. Members would submit a recording of them playing a part of a piece of music, and those recordings would then be compiled and turned into one big recording of everyone playing their parts as a band. On the 6th, we had our first post to the starboard. Crazy Crancy said, "Okay, can we agree that modern rap doesn't count as music?" Also on the 6th, the One Word Story channel was established. Basically, you send a message with one word in it, and it all gets turned into one big story. The next day, we established our counting channel, which is similar, but you're counting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, as high as you can, until somebody stuffs up. Which Zhao was the first to do on the 8th. On the 9th, the movie night was delayed. It was supposed to be on the 2nd, but Refman's computer was allegedly being stupid. Also, due to popular demand, the movies were changed from Super Mario Bros. And Ready Player One to Shrek 2 and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. On the 12th, 2 new events were announced in celebration of having 200 members on the server. The first event was the Collaboration Composition, where everyone would compose a song in collaboration with some other people participating. The second event was the Cursed Me Challenge. Pretty straightforward. The 15th was a sad day. It was the last day Piranha Plant was seen active. Piranha Plant was the second most active member of the server, and the only one to ever rival Zhao in terms of how active they are on the server. Rest in peace, Piranha Plant. We don't know where you went or why you left, but your legacy on the server will not be forgotten. On the 24th, the dates for the 200 members celebratory events were declared. They will run until the 7th of February. And on the 27th, the first sheet music for the Nintendo Musicians Band was finalised. It's Gusty Garden Galaxy, no surprises there. On the 31st, the Welcome channel was updated to allow people to message there and personally welcome people to the server. On the 5th, the 200 members celebratory events fizzled out into nothing, after having no submissions for the collaboration composition, and only one submission for the Cursed Me challenge, unsurprisingly from CK. Also, the deadline for the band recordings was passed on the 27th, but it was kind of forgotten, and not even half of them were done yet. On the 27th, RZ Music was deemed MuseScorer of the Month for March. It's not really news specific to this server, but it's pretty cool regardless. On the 28th, it was another sad day, for Piranha Plant's account was mysteriously deleted. An even sadder day than the 15th. Rest in peace, Piranha Plant. We don't know where you went or why you left. This slide was copied and pasted. On the 3rd, German Rage Quit announces some big changes to the Muse Score of the Week competition. Firstly, the competition will move from being on Discord to being on MuseScore, and secondly, there will be no more YouTube videos for the winners. Apparently, the channel is now exclusively reserved for the Galaxy 3 UST and the band. I mean, this video isn't either of those. On the 24th, Xiao was declared the Muse Scorer of the month, and the next day became a rebel announced the April Strike Squad, a group of protesting musicians that will refuse to upload anything for the entire month of April. That was suspended the next day after some promising developments overnight. Also on the 26th, a second Hunger Games event was begun, because apparently the last one was popular. The tributes included Piranha Plant, because Piranha Plant is a popular person. On the 27th of March, the One Word Story channel was officially deleted, because it kinda died, in contrast to the Counting channel, which German predicted would actually die first. The channel was hidden from most users for a few weeks before this, and I can't seem to figure out when, because no one talked about it, because no one cared. Also on the 27th, the preparations for the birthday began. I created a big list of key events that have happened on the server, and Xiao went along and added a few more things. On the 4th, the second Hunger Games came to an end, with Kradu Gamer winning with only one kill. Who was that one kill? It was Koala Ranger, who came second with 4 kills, dying on the 8th day. Who came third? I don't know. Duggo didn't actually post the full results. On the 5th of April, we got another new server icon. You all know this old one, but this was the new one. It was supposedly for the server's birthday, but that was like 2 weeks away at this point. So, yeah, that's our presentation for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for your continued support of the Nintendo musicians. Sincerely, from the staff. Like, subscribe, I don't know, don't ask me, I'm not the social media manager.